Okay, so good day, students.
Good day, sir.
Please,
Okay, so how is everyone
Good day,
today?
sir.
How is everyone today?
Very good po. I'm good,
We're
sir.
good, sir, but we're kind of busy because the exam is approaching.
Okay, that is good to hear. So, before we start our discussion for today, which is the claims of facts, policy, and value, uh, let's first have our short prayer. Mr. Anthony, kindly lead the prayer, please.
yes, sir. Let's bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace and continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. So, who is the class secretary? Okay, Russell, kindly monitor your classmates, okay?
Okay, sir. Copy po.
Okay, thank you. So, before we start our session, I have my own online classroom rules. So, first is be on time, dress appropriately, choose a comfortable study space, be mindful of the mute and unmute section of the microphone in order to avoid distraction among classmates, be attentive, and last but not the least, press the raise hand button if you want to answer a question. Is that understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So our objectives for today is we must explain the characteristics of a good claim, determine what the claims of fact, claims of policy, and claims of value are, and formulate claims of fact, policy, and value about a relevant issue today. So for our last week's lesson, which is the uh, opinion and assertion, can anyone give me the meaning of opinion? Anyone? Miss Leila, what is opinion?
Hello po, sir. An opinion is a view or judgment or the appraisal about a particular matter. It is also not necessarily based on a fact or knowledge.
Okay, very good. So what you said is correct. So additional info is that opinion is based on personal beliefs and it is not requiring the readers or listeners to accept what the person is saying. How about assertion? Can anyone define what is assertion? Okay, Miss Marjorie, what is assertion?
Assertion, sir, is something declared positively, of often with no support of proof. It also makes a firm belief on a particular topic.
Okay, you're correct. Also, assertion is something that convinces the reader to accept his or her claim, and many people believe it to be true but cannot be proven. So, can anyone give an example sentence of an opinion? Miss Analu.
For opinion, sir, example, Harry Potter is the best movie of all time.
Okay, correct. Um, Second example, please. Miss Bianca.
Um, Miss May is the greatest English teacher that I have ever met.
Okay, correct. For the assertion, can anyone give me an example? Other hands, please. Mr. Anthony. Okay,
For assertion, sir, Baywalk is a great epic and everyone has to read it.
okay. For the second example, Miss Eileen. Miss Eileen. Okay, it seems like Miss Eileen has an internet connection problem.
Can you hear me po?
Uh, Hello. Okay, okay. I can hear you now.
Thank you po, sir. Sorry
Okay lang.
po. So, William Shakespeare is the greatest writer ever.
Okay, that is correct. So, for our mini activity for our last week's lesson. Let's have an activity called opinion or assertion. So in this activity, I want you to get a piece of paper or an index card in which it indicates word opinion in the front section and assertion at the back section of the page. Do you get that? It will serve as your flashcard. Do you get that, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Ako po.
Okay.
Yes po, sir.
So I will give you 2 minutes to create. Are you done with your flashcards?
I'm done, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me see
Done
Done po,
po.
your
sir.
flashcards. And kindly turn on your camera, please. Okay. So, is everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for number one, adding 2 years in high school is the best step to improve our education. Opinion or assertion? Ana Luces, opinion. Opinion. Okay. The majority is opinion. So let's see if the answer is opinion. Correct. The answer is opinion. For number two, cigarettes contain harmful chemicals that can destroy our body system. Is it an opinion or assertion? Assertion. Assertion. Okay. Assertion. Assertion. Okay, let's see if the answer is assertion. Very good. It is assertion. For number three, the Earth is a sphere, or more precisely, an oblate spheroid. Is it an opinion or an assertion? Assertion. Oh, you have the same answers. Assertion, assertion, assertion. Okay, so let's see if it is an assertion. Correct. The Earth is a sphere, or more precisely, an oblate spheroid is an assertion. Number four, all boys are stronger than girls. Is it an opinion or an assertion? Assertion. Okay. So if all of your answers are correct, number four, assertion. Correct. Number five, mathematics is the most challenging subject in the academy. Opinion or assertion? Opinion, opinion. Okay, so let's see if answers are correct. Opinion. Next, number six. The Philippines was the richest country in Southeast Asia during Ferdinand Marcos's first term and ranked second in Asia behind Japan. Is it an opinion or an assertion? Assertion, assertion, assertion. Okay. So let's see if the answer is assertion. Okay, correct. The answer is assertion. For number seven, Romeo and Juliet, written by William Shakespeare, is the most famous love story in the world of literature. Is it an opinion or assertion? Assertion, assertion. Okay. So the answer is assertion. Number eight, many Filipinos are not satisfied with the way the government responds to the pandemic happening today? Opinion or assertion? Bianca says opinion, Analu says opinion, Layla says opinion. All of your answers are opinion. So let's see if the answer is opinion. Ay, ayaw mag... Okay, opinion. Number 9. Many teenagers' present addiction to taking selfies shows that they are the most narcissistic generation. Is it an opinion or an assertion? Assertion. So let's see if it is assertion. Okay, assertion. And for the last number, number 10, students who are playing violent video games engage in more aggressive behavior. Is it an opinion or an assertion? Okay, so let us see if it is an opinion. Okay, the answer is opinion. So it seems like you really understood our lesson last week. So moving on to our next topic, which is the claims of facts, policy, and value. Uh, I have here a warm-up activity in which I will read a selection and then I will call somebody to continue, and there will be multiple choice questions afterwards. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
You have to
sir.
listen carefully because the answers in the multiple choice will be based on the selection, okay?
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I'll start. Warm-up activity. The spread of the internet has had a world-changing effect, not least in the world of education. The use of the internet in academic context is on the rise, and its role in learning is hotly debated. For many teachers who did not grow up with this technology, its effects seem alarming and potentially harmful. This concern, while understandable, is misguided. The negatives of use are outweighed by its critical benefits for students and educators as a uniquely comprehensive and accessible information source, a means of exposure to, engagement with different perspectives, and a highly flexible learning environment. For the next paragraph, Miss Analu, kindly read.
Okay, sir. A common frustration for teachers is students' use of Wikipedia as a source in their writing. Its prevalent Its prevalence among students is not exaggerated. A survey found that the vast majority of the students surveyed used Wikipedia, according to Head and Eisenberg in 2010. An article in The Guardian stresses a common objection to its use. A reliance on Wikipedia can discourage students from engaging with genuine academic writing, according to Plumer 2013. Teachers are clearly not mistaken in viewing Wikipedia usage as ubiquit- ubiquitous among their students, but the claim that it discourages engagement with academic sources requires further investigation.
Who wants to read the next paragraph? Miss Russell, may palpalatok?
Okay, sir. This point is treated as self-evident by many teachers, but Wikipedia itself explicitly encourages students to look into other sources. Its articles often provide references to academic publications and include warning notes where citations are missing. The site's own guidelines for research make clear that it should be used as a starting point, emphasizing that users should always read the references and check whether they really do support what the article says. By Wikipedia, researching with Wikipedia 2020. Sir, you're muted po.
Sorry. Miss Eileen, kindly read the next paragraph, please.
Sir, can you hear me po?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
can hear you.
Indeed, for many students, Wikipedia is their first encounter with the concepts of citation and referencing. The use of Wikipedia therefore has a positive side that merits deeper consideration than it often receives. The internet has had a major positive impact on the world of education. Occasional pitfalls aside, its values is evident in numerous applications. The future of teaching lies in the possibilities that internet opens up for communication, research, and interactivity.
And for the last paragraph, Mr. Anthony Lumiares.
As the popularity of distance learning shows, students value the flexibility and accessibility offered by digital education, and educators should fully embrace these advantages. The internet's dangers, real and imaginary, have been documented exhaustively by skeptics, but the internet is here to stay. It is time to focus seriously on its potential for good.
Okay, so that is the end of this selection. So here are the questions. Miss Marjorie, can you answer number one?
Yes, sir. Number one, what website was mentioned in the essay that is common frustration for teachers as a source for students writing? My answer is letter C, poster, Wikipedia.
So let's see if your answer is correct. C, Wikipedia. Okay, so it is correct. For number two, who wants to answer? Miss Russell.
Number 2. What is the main idea of the essay? A. The spread of the internet in the world of education. B. Students' use of Wikipedia. C. Positive and negative effects of the use of internet. D. Teachers were not tech savvy. Number 2, sagot ko po ay A po.
Okay, so let's see if your answer is correct. It is letter A. Very good. For number three, who wants to answer? Miss Analu.
Number 3. Who is the target audience of this passage? A. Teachers, B. Students, C. Internet users, or D. All of the above? Letter D, sir. All of the above.
Okay, so let's see if your answer is correct. Letter D, number three. For number four, Miss Eileen.
Which among the sentences does support the positive effects of using Wikipedia? Letter A. Wikipedia itself explicitly encourages students to look into other sources. Letter B. Indeed, for many students, Wikipedia is their first encounter with the concepts of citation and referencing. Letter C. A common frustration for teachers is students' use of Wikipedia as a source of their writing. Letter D. Its article often provide references to academic publications and include warning notes where citations are missing.
So what is
Uh,
the answer?
letter B po, sir.
Let's see if your answer is correct. Okay, it is letter B. How about for number five? Is Mr. Mark James here already?
Hello, sir. Good day po.
Okay, good day.
Number 5. Which of the following sentences is not true? I think the answer, sir, is letter D. Wikipedia is the best search engine for academics.
So let's see if letter D is the answer. Okay. How about for number six? Miss Bianca.
Number 6. In the sentence, teachers are clearly not mistaken in viewing Wikipedia usage as ubiquitous among their students. What does ubiquitous mean? A. Predominant, B. Hindrance, C. Challenge, D. Aid. My answer is A. Predominant.
Okay, A, predominant is correct. For number seven, Miss Layla.
Number 7. In the sentence, Wikipedia itself explicitly encourages students to look into other sources. What is the sentence trying to imply? Letter A. Students should copy and post Wikipedia and paste Wikipedia's provided information. Letter B. Students should try to look for more sources and references for a better understanding. Letter C. Students should neglect sources. Letter D. Students should believe that every information that Wikipedia provides is correct. So
And
I
what is
think
the
for
answer?
numbers I think po for number 7, the answer is letter B. Students should try to look for more sources and references for a better understanding.
Okay. Letter B is correct for number 7. Number 8, who wants to answer? Miss Analu.
Okay, sir. Number 8. As the nation becomes more technology driven, do you think that the online learning mode will still keep going for the next years to come? A, yes, because online learning is fun and interactive. Letter B, yes, because the new mode of learning can be an alternative way for us to learn and at the same time make ourselves healthy and safe as we go along and fight for this pandemic. Letter C, no, because the face-to-face mode of learning will resume next year. Or letter D, no, because online learning is expensive. The answer, sir, is letter B, I think.
Okay. So the answer in number 8 is letter B. Second to the last question, Miss Marjorie Rubio. Number 9.
Number 9. As the popularity of distance learning shows, what is students' value offered by digital education? A. Fun and interaction. B. Flexibility and accessibility. C. Openness and adaptability. D. Learning and research. Sir, my answer is letter B po. Flexibility and accessibility.
Okay. So the answer for number 9 is letter B. Very good. And for the last question, Miss Leila.
Number 10. What do you think is the positive side of Wikipedia? Letter A. Difficult access of information. Letter B. A better way of copying and pasting significant answers. C. Sources and references at the bottom that students can check and verify. Or letter D. New information. Sir, I think the answer is letter C. Sources and references at the bottom that students can check on and verify.
Okay, so the answer is letter C. So thank you and very good for all of you. You got all the answers correctly, and thank you for active participation in our warm-up activity. So this warm-up activity will help us get through our discussion, which is the claims of facts, policy, and value. So let's have an introduction. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, making strong arguments is a requirement of critical thought. Arguments are claims backed by reasons that are supported by evidence. Claims are statements about what is true or good or about what should be done or believed. Claims are potentially arguable. A liberal arts education prepares students best is a claim, while I didn't like the book is not. I thought the movie was cool is not an arguable statement, but the movie was Paul Newman's best is for people to disagree and offer support for the different opinions. So claims are essentially evidence that writers or speakers use to prove their point. To make a strong claim, a speaker or writer needs to use a specific claim and stay consistent throughout their argument. So do you have questions for that?
Answer,
None, sir.
answer po.
Okay.
None, sir.
Moving on to the characteristics of a good claim. So, what are the characteristics of a good claim? So first, it must be debatable. I'm sorry. So, a claim must be debatable and arguable based on data and analysis rather than a question or a personal choice of emotion. Next, it should be precise. What do you mean by precise? Anyone? What do you mean by precise? Mr. Anthony.
Preciser means like it should be clear,
Okay.
specific, and assert
Okay.
as a consistent viewpoint.
Okay, it is correct. So it needs to be clear, specific, and it must assert consistent viewpoint. So it needs to be precise enough to allow for a logical argument and to remain focused on the subject. Next is a good claim must be content wise. So it should contain proof, quotes, argumentation, opinion, facts, and telling details to support a point, which determines the aims, direction, and scope of your paper. Are you getting my point? Do you follow?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. And for the last characteristics of a good claim, it must be engaging. What do you mean by engaging? Miss Marjorie, what what is the meaning of the word engaging? Anyone?
Engaging, sir, it should be interesting enough in order for you to catch the attention of your target audience, sir.
Okay, that is correct. So, can anyone recall what are the characteristics of a good claim? Anyone? Just enumerate the four. Miss Layla, what are the characteristics of a good claim?
Sir, there are four characteristics of a good claim. It should be debatable, precise, content-wise, and engaging.
Am I having an internet connection problem, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir, we
sir.
Maybe,
lost you
sir.
earlier.
Just that back.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait. I'll just present the PowerPoint again. Sorry, wait. Can you see my PowerPoint again? Ay, wait. Oh my god, sorry. Can you see it now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about earlier. I had an internet connection problem pala. Sorry. So, going back, should be debatable, precise. Can you repeat the question? Can you repeat your answer, Miss Layla?
Yes, sir. So there
What
are
are
four.
the Yeah?
Yes, sir.
What are
There are
the
four
characteristics?
there are four
Sorry.
characteristics. It's okay, sir. I'm sorry po. There are four characteristics of a good claim po. First is it should be debatable, and then it should be precise, it should be
Okay.
content-wise, and also your claim should be engaging.
Okay, correct. So, do you guys have any question for the characteristics of a good claim?
None,
Answer.
sir.
Okay, so moving forward to the three types of claims, which I was telling a lot about earlier. First is the claims of fact. Can someone read what are the claims of fact? Miss Russell?
Claims of fact are statements about something that can be proved or disproved using facts.
Okay, thank you. So, claims of fact are statements about something that can be proved or disproved using facts. However, keep in mind that the basic quality of claims have to be debatable and offer an assertion. So, a claim of fact for logical argument cannot simply consist of a statistic or proven fact. It needs instead to focus on an assertion which uses facts to back it up, but for which the evidence might still be debatable. For example, the first man to set foot on the moon was Neil Armstrong. Can you give me an example sentence of a claims of fact? Miss Eileen.
Mm. Obesity has a negative impact on one's well-being.
Okay, very good. How about for the last example? Can anyone give me? Miss Analu.
Teens involved in unprotected, promiscuous intercourse are more susceptible to getting STDs, become pregnant, and/or getting AIDS.
Okay, very good. So do you have any questions for the claims of fact?
None, sir. Everything's clear pa.
Anyone? Okay. Moving on to the second claim, which is the claims of policy. Miss Bianca, kindly read the definition.
Okay, sir. Claims of policy. Argue that certain conditions should exist or that something should or should not be done in order to solve a problem.
Okay. So additional info about claims of policy is that these are also arguments that urge action which falls under a conclusion. For example, arguing that marijuana or drugs should be legalized, should try a new food, that are both claims of policy. Because policy claims argue for an action, they imply a value claim that taking the recommended action is better than not taking it. This, in turn, means that claims of fact and definition become involved. For example, the minimum age for obtaining a driver's license must be increased to 18. So can you give me an example of claims of policy? Miss Russell?
Sir, tobacco sales should be prohibited by legislation.
How about for the last example, Mr. Mark James?
The minimum age for obtaining a driver's license must be increased to 18.
I'm sorry, that is the my given example, but okay, I'll accept that.
Sorry,
Do you guys?
sir.
That's okay. That's okay. So, have any questions about the claims of policy?
None, sir. None, sir.
Okay. So for the last claim, we have claims of value. Uh, Miss Eileen, kindly read the definition.
Claims of value makes a judgment by expressing approval or disapproval, attempting to prove that some action, belief, or condition is right or wrong, good or bad, beautiful or ugly, worthwhile or undesirable.
Okay. So simply, claims of value is a type of claim asserts that something is good or bad, or that one object is better than another. For example, homosexuality is immoral because it goes against social, cultural, and biological principles. So can you give me an example of a claims of value? Miss Marjorie.
Yes, sir. Because of his use of soft color, upbeat subject matter, and unique technique, Monet's art is more stunning than Picasso's.
Okay. How about for the last example? Miss Bianca.
Boracay is a better summer holiday destination than El Nido.
Okay, very good. So do you have any question about the three types of claims? About the three of them?
None, sir. None,
Answer.
sir.
None, sir.
So remember that no matter the type of claim, you will usually combine many types of support for that claim in order to write a logical argument, including facts, case studies, reasons, personal interviews, and more as appropriate. So, you don't have any questions, guys, again? Okay?
Answer. Sir.
No
Okay.
clarification, sir.
Okay. So, with that, let's have our um, independent activity, true or false. So, again, like what I have assigned you earlier, I want you to get a piece of paper to serve as your flashcard and then write true or false in the front and back of the paper. Are you done, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not yet, sir.
So this
And
activity,
then, sir.
okay. So this activity will be consisting of 10 questions only. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Please turn on your cameras so that we will start our activity. Let me see your handsome and beautiful faces. Yes, looking good, Miss Layla.
You too, sir.
Bola. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Please raise your hand if you're ready, guys. Okay, so let's start. For the first question, no, for the first sentence rather. Claims of policy assert that something is good or bad, or that one object is better than another. Is it true or false? False. Eileen says false, and all of you says false. So let's see if number one is false. Correct. Number one is false. Number two, a claim should be interesting enough to catch the attention of your target audience. Is it true or false? True, true. Okay, so let's see if the answer is true. Correct. The answer is true. For number three, a claim should be clear, general, and asserts a consistent viewpoint. False. See if your answers are correct. Number three, claim of fact is. Oh, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm having an internet connection problem again. I'm sorry. Am I audible now? Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Moving on. Moving on. So, just notify me if I'm laggy or have an internet connection problem. Ah. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Ay po.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So okay, moving on. Number 4. Claim of fact argue that certain conditions should exist or that something should to solve a problem. Is it true or false? False. Correct. Number 5. This sentence is an example of claim of fact. The Philippine eagle is a critically endangered species. True or false? True. Okay. 5 is true. Okay. Very good. For number 6. Wait, there's an in-call message. Okay. For number 6. If used effectively, a claim will arouse the interest of the person you're conversing with. True or false? Sorry. Do you hear me again now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, sorry. Naghihingalo na ang aking internet. Okay, let's make this fast, okay? So number 7, a claim should not contain proof, quotes, argumentation, and expert opinion. True or false? Okay, so let's see if your answers are correct. It is false. Number 8, there are 3 types of claims: claims of facts, claims of value, and claims of policy. True or false? So let's see if your answers are correct. Number 8 is true. How about number 9? The sentence, public schools are better than private schools, is an example of claim of policy. True or false? Okay. Number 9, false. Let's see if the answer is false. Okay. And for the last number, that is number 10. It's just a typographical error. For number 10, claims of value are statements about something that can be proved or disproved using facts. False. Okay, let's see if your answers are correct. Okay. Number 10 is false. For the activity number 2, which is the independent assessment, I will call someone to read a sentence and then answer CF if it is a fact, CP if it is a policy, or CV if it is a claim of value. Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I, I'll assign one person per 2 questions so that we can make this faster because my internet connection is bad.
Okay, sir.
Is that okay with
Yes,
you
sir.
guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay po.
Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. So, For numbers 1 and 2, who wants to read and answer? Miss Analu, kindly read the first and
Okay,
second
sir.
sentence.
Number one. Your heart is in charge of pumping blood throughout your body. The answer, sir, is CF. Shall I continue, sir? For number two, medical and educational assistance should be provided to children from low income families. CP is the answer, sir.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
I'm sorry. Sorry talaga.
Hello po.
I'll
Sorry,
just give
sir.
this assessment as an assignment. Is that is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
I will
sir.
just send the selections in our Google Classroom. I will make Google Forms, and then I'll make this as an assignment. Okay? I'm so sorry
Hi,
for the
sir.
Okay
Okay,
inconvenience
po.
that
sir.
I've
Copy
caused.
po.
I'm so
Noted po,
sorry
sir.
talaga. Okay. So here is the last assignment. So assume that you are given a chance to be a lawmaker for a day, using what you have learned in formulating claims of fact, policy, and value. Propose a bill that will benefit a lot of people. Limit your work to 10. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Hello
sir.
po.
I will just, what do you call this? Address your concerns in our GC, okay? My internet
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
connection
sir.
is
Hello po.
really, really, really bad. I'm so sorry for that. So,
It's okay, sir.
out of this assignment, okay? And then this rubric. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes,
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 sir.
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 Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you taken a screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Done po.
Okay. So I will just address your concerns in our GC ha if you have any other questions. I'm so sorry for this day.
It's
My
okay,
internet
sir.
connection.
Okay,
It's
sir. We
okay.
learned a lot po.
Going straight na lang.
Thank you po,
Thank you.
sir.
So yeah, I'll dismiss you now. So thank you for your active participation in our lessons and activities for today. So the class. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Thank you,
sir.
you, sir.
sir.
Sorry
Thank you,
Bye.
again.
sir.
See you, sir.
Okay.